What are your thoughts about the tournament?
I think it was a fantastic tournament.
Uh-huh.
I think it went really well, quite smoothly, and I think we really set the stage for future tournaments in Canada.
First-class playing side, great lighting, very quiet, lots of space, very well air-conditioned and air-handled, many strong players, and seeing lots of friends from chess.
Now, I understand you've got some plans in the works for Vancouver in '99.
1999, yeah. And I think we'll be very fortunate if we can get the quality that's done in Winnipeg.
We still consider you part of our team for '97, so thanks very much.
You're welcome.
Congratulations for excellent organizing such an event. It's better than most of the big opens in Europe.
I'm very pleased. The stage did well, we financed it well, we got wonderful players. Everybody's happy, especially me. What more do I want?
I think it's a tremendous tournament, it's very hard fought, high level of competition on higher boards, and you know, it's going to be a photo finish as to who wins.
Any regrets about not playing?
Yes. I'd love to have played.
Have you played your last tournament game in Canada, do you think?
I hope not. Not if I can help it.
Thanks very much, Eve.
Thank you, Cecil.
Very strong, and Winnipeg typically has had very strong Canadian Opens, and this is a perfect example. 11 Grandmasters, I think it's a first for a Canadian Open in Canada.
So what's the state of Canadian chess these days, and if this tournament's an indication?
This is an indication of the future. I think there's a lot of potential, there's a lot of growth, and we can duplicate this kind of event, and it's very likely that Vancouver in 1999 will be modeled very much after this tournament. So this can be an indication of what to expect in the future.
Thanks very much.
You're very welcome.
What were your impressions of the Canadian Open?
Well, it's pretty nice. European style tournament, like one game per day. It's pretty unusual for American players. I mean, like for myself. So it was like an excellent vacation for me, and I just come down a little bit after World Open, and I think I had a nice time here.
You did.
I played in the Canadian Open in 1961 in Ottawa.
Whoa.
It's the first time. And I played here, of course, the last time it was here too.
You came back from a long period of not having played in tournaments. I think '94 was your first time in quite a while.
Yes, as a matter of fact, essentially 1961 was the last time I played until '94.
And what do you think? What are your impressions of this year's tournament?
Oh, it's the best that I've ever attended.
Of the Canadian Open, what were your impressions of this tournament? Lev, I'll start with you.
Okay, first of all, it was a very nice tournament. Unfortunately, it was a little bit too strong, I think, for this level of tournament. We had many grandmasters, and atmosphere was very well. Mr. Rosner did his best, and I think everything was okay.
Any impressions that you formed about Canadian chess?
Okay, Canadian chess not bad, but could be better.
In my opinion, my Canadian Federation must organize much more tournaments in Canada because I saw Canadian press. They have imagination, but they don't have experience.
No, it's not experience. I understand biggest problem with sponsorship, of course. So I hope it will be improvement. Okay, but I see it's maybe even now we have a little bit more tournaments in Canada. Yes, I played in Toronto, here, it will be in Montreal. But of course, it's possible to work a lot here, I think. It's possible to improve a lot. But it was a nice tournament. I hope to come back one day.
What are your impressions of this year's Canadian Open?
Well, it was very strong. I was a bit fortunate in my 8th round against Smirin. You know, things just went for me and I was relaxed and just happy to score a few points.
Really pleased with it. I mean, it's going to be a very happy trip home.
For sure.
Yeah.
Were you counting on a win?
No, we were here to enjoy ourselves like last time.
And did you?
Yes,
You
we've
saw-
been travelling all around Winnipeg and around Manitoba. It's been great, really beautiful.
It's always great to have you in Winnipeg. Congratulations on the victory.
And hope to see you the next time it's here.
Thanks, Lizette. What do you think of this year's Canadian Open?
Stupendous, strongest I can remember. Sure, it's a record breaking. And it doesn't surprise me that it was such a superb event. Winnipeg has this reputation.
Well, the tournament was organized very well. I mean, good playing hall, a lot of space, quite strong field of participants. Just one view, prices should be increased, in my opinion.
I'm going to start with you, Hugh. This is what, your 25th Canadian Open?
25th consecutive Canadian Open.
Wow. Well, you've played in a lot of Canadian Opens. What's your impressions of this one?
Well, this is one of the better organized ones. Definitely the strongest one I've ever played in.
I always like to come to Winnipeg because the Winnipeg Open is probably, without exception, the very best one that we run. The facilities are magnificent. There's lots of room for the players. There are many grandmasters which add interest for all the players. And all in all, it's a wonderful event, and I hope to see it back here in a few years.
And the winner of the Canadian Open for 1997, and he came second last time he was here in 1994 in the Canadian Open, is Julian Hodgson.
It's nice that you're improving. Right. Thanks very much. I'd just like to say a few words. I've only ever played in Canada once, one other time, and that was also in Winnipeg. I played here 3 years ago, as you commented, in the Canadian Open, and I had such a great time, and everything was run so smoothly. Great playing conditions, everyone's incredibly friendly. That's the reason I came back again. And the tournament has run just as smoothly, so it's just a joy to be here. I've heard it might be back here in 2001, so I might be looking for a hat-trick. Thank you very much.
There is a permanent trophy, which you don't get to keep, Julian, but this is passed from year to year for the Canadian Open winner. It was donated by Joe Dreeman of Winnipeg, so we'd like to present it to you for this year. And that is just about it, so thank you all for taking part in the tournament and coming. Hope you all had a very good time, and perhaps we will see you here in 2001. Thank you.